Manila, Philippines, a city where English is not just spoken, but lived. While many think of Singapore or Hong Kong as Asia's English capitals, the Philippines stands apart. Here, English is everywhere, in markets, offices, and daily conversations, blending seamlessly with Tagalog. With over 110 million people, the Philippines is one of the world's largest English-speaking nations. This fluency is rooted in history. American colonization brought English into schools, making it a national tool for connection and aspiration. For Filipinos, English is more than a colonial legacy. It's a bridge to the world and a core part of identity. My name is Richard, and I arrived expecting to teach English as a foreign language. Instead, I found a country that had made English its own, mixing it with local warmth and color. From the airport to the streets, I heard English not as a formality, but as a living, dynamic language, often in the unique blend called Taglish. This is the story of how I learned that true fluency is about connection, not just perfect grammar. My arrival at Ninoy Aquino International Airport was a whirlwind of energy and sound. A friendly airport official greeted me. "Sir, are you looking for the taxi bay? It's just this way." Her English was natural, not forced, instantly making me feel at home. The taxi dispatcher switched between Tagalog and English with ease. "Makati, near Greenbelt. Be sure to use the meter, okay?" My driver Ben asked, "First time in Manila, sir?" and shared stories about his family and dreams. He recommended local dishes like adobo and sinigang, his English confident and expressive. Our conversation flowed effortlessly, mixing languages as needed. As we reached my hotel, Ben said, "Enjoy your stay, sir. Welcome to the Philippines." That short ride shattered my assumptions. English here wasn't just for tourists or business. It was a bridge to genuine connection. I realized I was here to learn as much as to teach. The warmth and openness I experienced were reflected in the way Filipinos used English. It wasn't a barrier, but a way to welcome strangers. My education in Filipino culture had already begun. The next day I hailed another taxi, curious if my first experience was typical. The driver greeted me, "Good morning, sir. Where to today?" and pointed out landmarks in a mix of English and Tagalog. The radio played American pop and local OPM, with DJs switching languages mid-sentence. My driver, Mang Lido, explained, "Taglish is just how we talk, sir. Sometimes English fits, sometimes Tagalog." He shared stories about his daughter in Chicago, blending languages for clarity and emotion. Taglish wasn't about being correct, it was about being understood. As we arrived at Intramuros, he said, "Ingat po kayo. Take care." This short ride showed me that Taglish was a sophisticated, natural way to communicate. It reflected a culture that had made English its own. In Manila, two languages beat as one heart. Taglish was the sound of the city. For lunch, I ventured into a bustling carinderia, unsure how to order. The woman behind the counter smiled. "Hi, sir. What can I get for you? Spicy or not so spicy?" I pointed to a dish. "That's pork adobo, our best seller. You should try it with rice." She switched to Tagalog. "Gusto mo ng gulay?" Then explained in English, "This is pinakbet, mixed vegetables." Her bilingual approach made everything easy. At my table, students chatted in rapid Taglish. "I'm so puyat from studying. Hope I pass my calculus exam." Their conversation flowed naturally between English and Tagalog, reflecting their daily reality. The owner asked, "Did you enjoy the food, sir?" I told her it was delicious. "Thank you, sir. Please come back again." In this humble eatery, English wasn't formal. It was hospitality. It made me feel at home and showed how language could welcome a stranger. English here was a taste of Filipino warmth. It was as much a part of the meal as the food itself. My teaching assignment was at a public high school in Manila. The faculty greeted me in fluent English, then switched to Taglish among themselves. In class, students introduced themselves confidently. "My name is Angela and I want to be a doctor." Their accents varied, but their command of English was strong. During discussions, they compared American and Filipino values, switching languages to add nuance. "In the Philippines, family is everything," Maria explained. "Pero, I think both have good points. They weren't just learning English, they were using it to analyze the world. For them, English and Tagalog weren't in conflict. Both were essential. They watched Hollywood movies, sang Filipino songs, and moved between languages with ease. This generation was truly bilingual, embodying the country's linguistic soul. As their teacher, I felt humbled by their skill. They showed me that language is about identity, not just communication. They were the future, fluent in two worlds. To immerse myself in Manila, I rode jeepneys, the city's colorful public transport. Unsure how to pay, a student helped me. "Sir, just give me your fare, I'll pass it." The jeepney buzzed with conversations in Tagalog, English, and Taglish. Signs inside were bilingual, "God bless our trip," and "Bawal sumabit," no hanging on the back. English was used for universal messages, Tagalog for local instructions. At Quiapo Market, vendors called out, "Good quality shirts, buy one, take one," and "Sweet mangoes, sir?" They switched to English for foreigners, showing their adaptability. English was everywhere, on products, t-shirts, and in music. It wasn't just for tourists, it was part of daily life for everyone. English was the people's language, woven into every transaction. On Sunday, I visited Quiapo Church, packed with families in their Sunday best. The Mass was conducted almost entirely in English, the priest's homily clear and heartfelt. English made the message accessible to all, uniting a diverse congregation. After Mass, families gathered outside, mixing Tagalog and English in their conversations. A grandmother spoke to her grandson in Tagalog, then switched. "Oh, you want the red balloon? It's very nice." The boy replied, "Yes, Lola, red." This blend of languages bridged generations. English wasn't just for school or work, it was used in faith and family. It expressed spiritual beliefs and love, connecting people across ages. English had become a living part of the Filipino soul. It was used to pray, to love, and to connect. I visited a friend's office in Bonifacio Global City, a modern business hub. The receptionist greeted me in a crisp American accent. "Good afternoon. Welcome to our office." Inside, English was the language of business. Meetings, emails, and presentations. My friend explained, "We work with clients worldwide. English is our common ground." But during coffee breaks, conversations shifted to Taglish. "I'm so stressed with the deadline. I need to mag cram tonight," one said. Another replied, "Let's grab a beer after work, para chill lang." Even in corporate settings, local identity remained strong. Filipinos switched languages effortlessly, adapting to context. English was for professionalism, Taglish was for camaraderie. This code switching was a powerful asset in a globalized world. As my time in the Philippines ended, I reflected on what I'd learned. I arrived thinking fluency meant perfect grammar. Manila taught me it's about connection. English was everywhere, not as a foreign language, but as a second native tongue. Filipinos moved between English and Tagalog with grace, using Taglish as a tool for expression. My final taxi ride felt different. I chatted with the driver in both languages, feeling a genuine connection. I was no longer just an observer, but a participant in their bilingual world. As my plane took off, I realized fluency isn't perfection, it's warmth, laughter, and making others feel welcome. Filipinos have embraced and transformed English, making it their own. Their voices, a chorus of English and Tagalog, will stay with me forever. In the Philippines, language is not just spoken, it's lived.